Hi, I'm back. I know I've been gone for like 2 months. I don't even know how long it's been. I'm sorry. Life just got hard and I needed to get rid of something, and this was it. But I'm back now. I'm not gonna give you many details because that's not why you're here. But if you like the gossip, you can head over to my Instagram on Thursdays because I answer your questions and we can get more personal in there. So, for all of you that have been here with me for a long time now, or if you're just new, I'm Paula, the girl that's here every week now. And just talks about things that happen to all of us, but that we don't really talk about enough because someone has to do it. You know, there has to be a place on the internet where we can just go and talk about human things. So today I wanted to talk about beauty standards and why they are so ridiculous, because I feel like that's something that it really just affects everyone. Like, no one can escape from it. Not even the people that apparently look perfect can escape from feeling the pressure of, I'm sorry if my cat's distracting you. I couldn't put her anywhere else. She just wants to play with the fucking light, so she's part of this now. Sorry. And we don't see it because what we see on social media is just the result of all the things that have to be done. And then we just compare ourselves to those things we see that are fake. And we're just left feeling like the most horrible people on the world. And it's not fair, because those things we're comparing ourselves to, they are not even real. Like, those people don't even look like that in real life. We need to do something about it. We need to stop doing that to ourselves. And I wanted to talk about this topic because while I was on my break from the channel, that it wasn't really a break, but you know what I mean. I just realized that I was just feeling like drained the whole time. And even though I felt that way, I was still like pushing myself to like go to the gym and work out and use the time I was supposed to be resting to just be even more active. And this is the thing, I didn't even do it to be healthy. I just did it because I'm not going to say the reason because it could be triggering, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that looking a certain way is bad. All I'm saying is that the pressure we feel, it's so big that we feel like we're forced to do things that just feel wrong in order to look a certain way. And this is the thing, sometimes we don't even realize it. Now that every ounce of vitality is not being taken away from me, and I can go back to working out and resting and sleeping and doing these things because they make me feel good, because I want to do them, I realize how bad it felt before. I don't even know how I even had the energy to do it. And I've just been thinking about it for like a couple of days, and it's so overwhelming how looking a certain way can play such a huge role in everyone's life, like to the point that your daily actions and your decisions are done not because you think about yourself or what you want or what it's good for you, but just because you want to look a certain way that you didn't even choose. Society just came up with it, and now everybody has to look like that or else you're going to be ugly. And you see, this is the thing. If you look around to the rest of the things that are part of nature, we are actually the only thing that holds like a standard of beauty. And that's so ridiculous because the rest of the things can just exist and we accept them as normal because that's just the way they are. But when it comes to us, that we are supposed to be the thing we know the most, our bodies and just being human in general are supposed to be the things that we know the most because we are humans and we have to like deal with being humans every day. we just decided that, you know what, the way we look, like the way we naturally look, is wrong. Like, who the fuck even came up with that? Like, the rest of the things just get to exist and nobody questions why they look a certain way. But when it comes to us, suddenly all of the things that, you know, are normal, like body fat, cellulite, stretch marks, acne, etc., is just wrong. Like, if they're not meant to be there, then why are they there? It's so ridiculous. Because life should be directed to wellness. Doesn't matter how that looks for you. Wellness looks different for everyone because we all have different needs, and doesn't matter how it looks for you, it's valid. You know, if wellness for you looks like doing cardio for 2 hours every day, great. If it looks like doing low impact workout just 3 times a week, great. It really doesn't matter how it looks like, because there is no right or wrong way to do wellness. You know, as long as you do the things in order to take care of yourself, that means then you're doing okay. Something will always come up to make us feel like we're not enough, and I'm learning to come to terms with that. And life's actually easier that way. You don't need to be a walking beauty standard in order to live a life you enjoy, and accepting that doesn't make you ugly or lazy or whatever. It just makes you a person, because the only thing you need in order to human okay is a body. And if you already have that, how it looks, it's really up to society. And society will always come up with ridiculous and unachievable beauty standards. And honestly, maybe if we all just decided to just not give a fuck about that, then they would stop being important. They are just important and popular because we decide they should be. But what if we just stop paying attention to that? And I know it's easier said than done. And one thing, it's like being alone in your room, listening to a video and feeling like, yeah, it's okay to be myself, and then facing a society that tells you all the 10,000 ways in which you're wrong. Just try to not lose yourself in your search of perfection and missing out on so many things that at the end of the day are far more important than how you look doing them. And I've said this like many times before, but I just feel like it's such an important thing to come to terms with, and that's the fact that other people actually don't care. Like, it's just pointless to base your life on the way you look and the way you're perceived physically by others, because they actually don't care. You know, nobody stays up at 3 a.m. thinking how you looked yesterday at the party. No one cares. You know, we are all just paying attention to ourselves and what we do and how we feel. We are too busy being focused on ourselves to even take some time to actually care about what other people do or how they look. So fuck it. You don't need to be perfect looking in order to live experiences that make you feel good. And just as a reminder, what you see on social media, it's not real. Just think about skin and how easy it is to edit skin texture in a picture or in a video, and then you see that person in real life and they actually have as much skin texture as you do. Listen, we are all just people, and we look like people should look, and that's okay. That's how things should be. And just remember that we all actually feel that way. If you feel bad about the way you look or your body, we all feel this way. So even if we don't talk about it that much, you're not alone in that. Like, even the person that seems the most confident and happy with themselves struggles with different things that they just don't show, because, you know, being vulnerable is not considered perfect, and we all seem to be striving for perfection. So maybe it's just time we all start humaning in our human bodies before we die. So remember that you're not alone, and see you next week.